Testing.
This is yours. This is who's one of yours, right? I know you
Yes.
when we were talking about it could be too many devices on the network. Hardwiring this thing could eliminate that easily right now, but definitely and I have the want to look at your network congestion. I have the Ethernet cable. Do we need a Cat 6 or just regular? Any regular one to do better because right now it's on Wi-Fi, so it's just fighting for airplay with all other devices on the network. So he was just telling me about an issue he had noticed. Oh yeah, yes, it was slow lagging and all kinds of stuff. Yes. Yeah, that's some symptoms of network congestion. See, I think we got all the company. All right. It might increase your bandwidth, honestly. I know that was something we were discussing early on when the system got in.
Do you know how long do we talk before
All right,
people call in?
So guys, Facebook.
I think he said like around.
YouTube. You want Facebook too?
I think he said the whole thing was like around 45 minutes. So they'll probably call within the 30-minute mark.
Y'all just need to go back to OBS and switch the scene. If I can confirm audio and stuff on each end, then that should be good for me.
I think my mic dropped a bit.
Greetings, Strangers Nation. Welcome to the I Talk to Strangers podcast. I am your host, Remy Wilson. Today, we will be discussing how to grow your own food at home. Today, we have with us my father, Tim, and Fatu. How you both doing today?
Hi.
All good, son.
Yeah, we're so excited to be here.
Blessed day, son.
So, my name is Fatu. I am a fourth year student at Stanford University. I'm majoring in sociology and I'm concurrently pursuing a master's in sustainability science. And I'm excited to start off our conversation about the work we've been doing together in the garden this summer. So, I guess my first question is, how did this all start for you guys?
For me,
Yeah, you could take it to.
you could say the pandemic, it kind of set it off. The food deserts. I seen what was happening as far as the world, and I wanted different. Yeah, that's where it pretty much started, and with the inspiration of my brother Robbie Stokes, that's where it all started.
Yeah, so I guess this was sort of an opportunity to make a difference in your community.
Definitely.
Could you tell the viewers who might not know what a food desert?
First, then the community. But food desert, pretty much when you go to the store and there's no nutritional food for you, it's all dead food. Pretty much corner stores is where we were left to shop. And as you know, there's no fruit and vegetables in the corner stores, so that's what pretty much set it off for me.
So Remy, as a 13-year-old boy, what's it been like working in the garden with your dad?
Um, he's yelled at me sometimes because I've been on my work when I was supposed to, but usually I'll have what I've been doing, like planting the seeds, watering the garden, um, cutting dead leaves off, putting compost in the woods next door.
Cool. What's your favorite fruit in the garden, and can you kind of walk me through the growing cycle of that plant?
I say watermelon. It's been in every one of our gardens that we've started. Um, we have some right now, and there's a lot of big ones, and there's still a couple of tiny watermelons, and usually they grow out to at least probably about 5 feet, I'd say.
Vine. The vine grows out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's it like dealing with water and pesticides in the garden? How's that process been over the summer?
I mean, I usually water it every couple hours and just make sure it has enough sunlight and water. Not that much. And then the pesticides to make sure that there's not a lot of caterpillars and other bugs like eating all of your plants. Like how our squash is. It's like the root is messed up.
The boars. The worms. The worms ate the roots.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm really curious to know what the harvest looks like. Like after months of putting in all this work to grow all this food, what's it like on the days where you're able to actually harvest the food?
We've had a couple watermelons and zucchini and a lot of green beans. We've made salads. We've had a watermelon. The watermelons don't grow like as big as they do in the store, but they're still really good. Nice, juicy, and sweet flavor. Zucchinis are nice, and sometimes I'm thinking that we might pickle them and make pickles and stuff to put in like sandwiches.
Had a lot of cucumbers.
Yeah.
Had a lot of cucumbers. That was our biggest harvest, cucumbers.
How
so
many do you get?
I've had about 16 altogether, and still have some on the vines right now. But yeah, that's our biggest harvest. I have to say the cucumbers.
Yeah. Yeah, while I was there and the video that the viewers saw at the opening scene, you could see some like very big fruits.
Yes,
And
definitely.
it's so cool that your family gets to enjoy that first and foremost.
Correct. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. That's what it's about.
And also like hearing you guys talk about the process of like how this plant grows, it sounds super scientific, right? Because you're like actually observing and experimenting. You kind of mentioned that before that when you're in it, sometimes you can't really predict what happens in the garden.
Definitely.
Right.
Let it be. It's all natural to me. I never grew a garden before. Never was into the gardening. But yeah, it's all natural. Like you said, it's scientific, but it's natural at the same time.
Yeah.
It planting seeds and letting them grow just like we plant seeds and let them grow. You water your seeds every day, just like I feed my child every day. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So
So would you say that there are other parts of yourself that benefit from the process of being in the garden?
yes,
Like a spiritual, mental
mentally,
kind of.
spiritually, yes, all the way around. Grounding every day, yes, all the way around.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what did it take for you to kind of get here, right? Is this something that you've inherited from your family? You said that the process really started during the pandemic.
Yeah, not at all inherited from my family. This, like I say, my inspiration was from the pandemic and brother Robbie, pretty much. Like I
Yeah.
say, he came from traveling the world a couple of times, and he came back to the U.S. and planted his feet in Atlanta, and that's what he started. He wanted to do community gardens as far as the foundation, and yeah, it inspired me to do one in my own yard.
Yeah, that's interesting because I do see family now, right? Even though it might not have started from this tradition, I do see your relationship with you and Remy growing and blossoming in that garden. Remy,
Definitely.
can you talk a bit about what it's like to be in the garden with your father?
Um, it's very fun, peaceful, somewhat relaxing, somewhat loud. Um, we have a lot of plants and some sprouts, and yeah.
Cool. How about from your perspective? Have you seen Remy change? I mean, obviously he's like growing to be a man and all this stuff, but
Yeah,
in the garden.
Yeah, he definitely different from the other children. You know what I'm saying? Cause there is no other children doing what he doing. But yeah, he definitely grown. He's growing, should I say?
Yeah.
Definitely. And as you can see on the videos, if you check on the website on the ITS on the YouTube channel, you'll see the videos of his progression throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he definitely grown.
Yeah, it seems like
Definitely
you're
learned a lot.
tiny little baby standing next to that giant sunflower.
Yes.
And now you're like in the garden with your tools. That transition is amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah. It also seems like you're passing down this knowledge and this way of knowing.
Yes.
So fascinating.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah.
Have to. Have to.
Do you have any questions for me?
Um, what did you think about helping me in the garden, and what did you learn?
Good question. So we spent like 6 weeks, almost 2 months together, I think. Coming in, I realized that this is kind of a difficult period for the family. And so to kind of be embraced and be welcomed into the home, I feel like I was met with so much positivity, so much enlightenment, so much wisdom from you. That was like very eye-opening, to see people experiencing grief and loss, yet still exploding and erupting with so much love for a complete stranger,
Bless.
essentially. That was, I think, so pivotal to my learning. Like, of course, being in the garden. That's also another thing I realized, Tim, you don't have a degree in plant science. You didn't go to doctorate school. However, you're still able to have like such bountiful yield, right?
Definitely.
And part of it is opening your phone and looking on YouTube
Right.
and realizing, wow, like this knowledge is so accessible. I don't
Right.
need to go to higher education
Exactly.
to do what I'm doing, to have the impact that I'm
It's
having.
right there in your hand.
Exactly. And I feel like as someone who's pursuing my degree in university, I'm thinking, okay, like there's more than this.
Yeah.
Right? There are other places to learn from, other people to meet and kind of
Correct.
get to understand.
Yes, definitely.
I think also my most like potent memory was when we were sitting inside after a really hot day, like working in the garden, and then you pulled out a photo book and you're like, look at me when I was a little kid. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cool that you were showing me your family photo book. And Bubs was there too, and he was like, that's me, and this is us when we did this thing.
Yeah, he kept trying to snatch the book over.
Yeah. So for me, it felt like a very holistic experience. And I'm very grateful that you guys were able to have me there.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Blessings.
Turning the question back onto you guys, what was your favorite part of the summer, Remy? And then you can also take that question.
Probably the start of the garden when my dad, like he made the beds with like the wood, and then I, like painted on the linseed oil,
Stained, son.
stained on the linseed oil.
Technical.
Yeah. And then all the soil that we planted, and then flipping the soil so that it doesn't get dry and mess up the plants.
Tilling, son. Tilling. Go on.
Flipping the soil
Okay, all right.
so the plants don't get messed up.
Cool. And what about you, Tim?
What was the question again?
What was your favorite part?
This here, doing it with my son, with my family. That's my favorite part. Yeah, having the freedom to do it with my family. You know what I mean? The time, spending time with my family. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, and you can see it, Bubs, in the video. He's out there playing with you guys.
Right.
And then also your mom's making sure everyone's hydrated. So it's really a family effort.
Definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite part. And watching my seeds grow, of course.
Yes.
So watching my seeds grow is my favorite part. Definitely.
Yeah.
Just as it is for any man, you know what I'm saying? It's his work, my work, you know what I'm saying? Seeing my work being done and coming through, you know what I'm saying? The harvest from my work. So, yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
All of it.
I know Harvest Day is like super exciting.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Definitely.
But then also,
Pay for my work.
exactly. But like you said earlier, it's really a test, it's trial and error. Like sometimes you don't get what you expect, you know?
Definitely.
And that's also, there's also learning in that failure.
Yep, the learning process, yes. And that's a favorite part of mine too, the learning process. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I guess that's another question. What would you say has been the hardest part of working in the garden?
I'd say all the mosquitoes, the
Yeah.
mosquito bites,
Yeah, that's it. You said it.
all up on my legs, and I'll wear shorts because it'll be about 90 to 80 degrees outside, and they'll just be tearing my legs up.
You got to survive them.
Yeah, he said it. That's about the hardest. That's the most difficult. What I want to say. That's the most difficult thing in the situation with the garden, the mosquitoes. If we can take care of that, then it's pretty much natural after that.
Yeah. It also can get very hot while you're out there.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. We need the sun.
Yeah.
We need the sun.
True. After a while, you're just like, oh, yes.
And he in the AC enough in school, so they need the sun.
Yeah.
That's how they grow. That's how we grow.
What's the hardest plant to grow? Which one have you had to like continuously learn and put effort into?
You got me there.
I'm gonna say onions for me
Why is that?
because you don't know really when they're done.
Right. You right.
Because like they might be like about this tall and still might be done, and you take it out, and the onion's still small and
You
it's
get
not
this
ready.
little onion. Onions, carrots. We had carrots out there too, but they didn't come back with nothing. Yeah, they didn't come back with nothing. They were just sprouting over ground, not underground. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So like the leaves were shooting up, but the
Right.
food itself wasn't down there.
right.
Oh,
No root like that. Yeah.
wow.
So yeah, we still trial and error with some of the stuff, but our our greatest harvest been, like I say, the melons. All of the melons, the cucumbers, watermelons, honeydew, cantaloupe.
Mm,
That's all. That's our biggest harvest with all our melons.
that's really awesome. Um, I do also have like, cause you have plant trees as well. It's not just the beds that
Yep.
are there. And something that I noticed when I went to Georgia, I'm like, it seems like anything you throw on the ground in this state will grow
grow.
because it's so like
Tropical. Yeah.
exactly. And so to not see plant trees all over the place.
In everybody else's yard. Yeah. I believe the government put something out to where you can't have trees or something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, they
People might just be lazy.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, we do have 4 fruit trees. We got a persimmons, service berries, and 2 pawpaw trees.
Wow.
Yep,
And like when those things harvest, you have even more food
correct.
for people.
Yes,
And I think this could be like mobilized out to the like this is such a profound and like amazing thing that people should have access to, you know, trees that actually have food on them.
right, right, most definitely.
So it's interesting to see like it in a microcosm in your backyard
Right.
and then imagining it one day
Right,
being all over the state of
all
Georgia.
over. Correct.
We'll see. I do have more questions for you guys. I know, Remy, that you have a partnership with Smart Cups. How do you use them in your garden?
Well, I met the owner of Smart Cups on a Zoom call, and that's when he shipped out some Smart Cups to try, like the energy drink, and then more Smart Cups to plant soil and seeds. And I did it wrong the first time. Like, I didn't have to put the whole cup in the soil, but I did that. But they still ended up sprouting very good. So
Cool. So now you put them in the cup and they start to sprout there, and then you plant them in the bed.
yeah, then we transfer the Smart Cups to the soil.
Cool. And how do you feel about more people from around the world learning how to grow their own food in their garden from the work that you're doing?
It's surprising, and hopefully I could go see them at some point and teach them in person, like guide them to like build their own backyard garden or any type of garden.
Yeah, because I know that right now there's I Talk to Strangers branch in Florida, and there's work being done in many different parts of the U.S. But Robbie's currently in Kenya, and he's doing work there. Are you excited about how the work that we've done this summer is going to be used to teach children in Kenya how to also grow their own food?
Yes, definitely excited. Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. What do you think, Tim?
I'm definitely excited. I'm hoping that more of our children here in the U.S. would take heed to it though, because it's more needed here. Here home first. Yeah, I'm definitely proud though that it's everywhere with it, that we around the world. Definitely, I'm definitely proud of this international.
Yeah. I guess one more question I haven't asked, which is related to the organization I Talk to Strangers and their mission, which is peace building, community. Why do you talk to strangers?
Why do I? It's the only way. We can't grow or won't be able to know if we don't talk to strangers. You know what I mean? It's yeah. How would we just stay at home and talk to family all day? You won't get nowhere. You know what I mean? So how do I talk to strangers? As I would talk to myself. You know, I try to treat man as I would love to be treated. So that's how I talk to strangers.
How about you? Why and how do you talk to strangers?
I talk to strangers because the the videos that we send out to the strangers is the reason why we have people that want to learn from my experiences in the garden, like in Kenya. That's the reason I talk to strangers because, like, I don't know how to put it, but let me think. The videos that we send out go to like all around the world, which influences people like in Kenya and Florida and
Exactly.
in Atlanta, like we live, to start their own garden.
Exactly. Like you're able to connect these international or national connections based on things that like other people care about, you
Right.
care about. Um, I think we're gonna take questions from people.
Okay.
Um, do you see any questions on the live
On
stream?
the comments, I don't have it yet. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up.
Do you see those comments there?
Yeah, I see two questions.
Do you want to ask the first question? Who is it
Uh,
from?
From Elizabeth May.
Okay.
It says, we have had some really wild weather lately. How has that impacted the garden? Impacted.
It actually helped the garden. We needed the rain in the garden, and it's been kind of dry these past couple weeks. We just had the little rain a couple days ago that we needed for these past couple days, should I say? But yeah, it actually helped our garden.
Yeah, you told me you guys were able to like save on water and just use the natural environment. But what about like when it gets really hot? Does that affect your work in the garden?
Yes, because we'll be more tired, but the sun, like vitamin D, it helps the plants, our bodies as well, and yeah, it yeah, it helps the garden.
Cool.
It does.
What's the next question on there?
Um,
I think it
has any little critters eat in from the garden?
Yes. um, it's critters as far as what? Chipmunks, no. Chipmunks or anything like that, rodents, no. Worms, the bugs,
Caterpillars.
caterpillars, yeah, all of that, yeah, they've eaten up almost everything. But the plants come right back. They eat the leaves, but the plants come right back, and it's still yielding fruit. So it's been all right. We've been dealing with it.
And we even sprayed the neem oil.
Right, neem oil and BT. What is it called? What is it called? I don't know the complete name. Just BT.
If you don't know it, I don't know.
But
It's
just
called.
pesticides.
What do you plan to grow next? What do we plan to grow next, for the? That's all. I'll talk to Trent's question. What we plan to grow next in the garden for the fall? Greens.
I want to try more fruits. Yeah, and greens. Like, you know how we have that blueberry bush?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to maybe start like strawberries and on that orange. I want to start an orange tree.
Tree.
Yeah.
Lemon trees. Yep.
Maybe an avocado tree because you know we need them avocados in the house.
Indeed, but it's gonna be a long time for a year their fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work.
No problem. If you're not working hard, you're not getting nothing. You're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Definitely. If you ain't tired, you ain't did no work.
Are there more questions?
Elizabeth May, that's another.
I wish more content on YouTube was as wholesome as Remy's garden. He is the influenced the youth of America needs. Remy, what plans do you have to spread your message further? Um, I'd say like maybe like start like, well, we already have a website actually, so maybe just like spread out more videos of me doing more work and with my dad and Fatu. Um, that's all for really that part. There's not much more I could really do to like spread the message even more, except for like going to those places. Then.
You can start by getting your friends involved at school.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I mean, I know you already do have friends that come over and they see your work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the start right there. Just getting your friends involved more in school, man,
All right.
to your interest.
Yeah. I think also, like you said, the content that you're creating is educational materials for people. And it's the same way that you've been able to learn as well, right? So it's this constant exchange of knowledge between people and the relationships that you're building, your relationship with me and your dad and all the other people that are involved with the I Talk to Strangers community, like, will always be there in your path to help you out. So not too much pressure. You're only 13 years old. You'll continue to learn and grow yourself.
Yeah.
More questions, son? No.
Um. Oh.
Yeah, if the
Part
viewers
two.
are interested in calling in, that's also an option.
It's a question for you.
Part two,
Fatu.
you got you.
Oh, okay. The number is 678-661-1819 for
Yes,
calling in.
It's a question from the I Talk to Strangers for you, Fatu.
Okay.
What's next for you when you go back to school?
Oh, that's a great question. So when I go back to school this fall, I'll be a master's student at Stanford University, and I'm going to be starting some of my coursework in sustainability science. I'm going to be taking a lot of classes on agriculture and urban gardening, but I do also have a lot of interest in the ocean, thinking about the Black diaspora, thinking about the way that the ocean has sort of been this uncertain, complex space that people do not understand. However, it is so important to our struggle, not just social struggles that we've had, but also in our struggle in fighting against climate change and the impacts that, or the environmental impacts that that's going to have on our communities, especially disadvantaged communities. And so I'm interested in kind of taking everything that I've learned here from you guys, both personally, but also the technical stuff that I've learned being in the garden and working with my hands, and kind of applying that to the academic space. And I think something that I'm really passionate about also is kind of creating bridges between academia and also nonprofits like this one, where it's family doing work and then the community, and kind of having those people in collaboration with other people in power.
Gotcha. Indeed.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm super excited.
Where can a supporter donate?
Let me see. Let me get the link for you. Hold on.
Are there other questions on the screen?
Um, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I think it says Lawana Williams, and
Yep,
it says,
Lawana.
"Hey fam, I'm loving your garden. Tried and stopped doing mine. Keep pushing. I wanna push you to continue your garden, even though it failed. I believe in you because I know that because if you watch more of my videos or our videos, you could see how we did it, and maybe if you could call the number, we could help you out there."
Blessings, son. Very good. You can donate at Give Butter. I don't exactly know the link or how to share the link. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see. Matter of fact, I got the link. It's right here. You say type it in web, bro. Matter of fact, I got you. I'm gonna put it in the comments. I'm gonna type the link in the comments. Got you.
Awesome. You guys will have access to it. So, yeah, the number again, if you want to call in, 678-661-1819. We'll be here. And we can answer any questions that you might have about your own gardening path.
Yep, the link is in the comments. Ever Living Con, just put it up.
Awesome.
Any other questions, Fatu?
Yeah, I guess before we close out, I'm still really interested in kind of learning more about this corporate sponsorship that you have with Smart Cups, and also where do you see that? How do you see that shaping the work that you're doing now, and where do you see it going?
So far, I'm just working on meeting the founder of Smart Cups, and maybe he could teach me more about the product, so I could know more like how to plant my soil and seeds in the cups. So
Yeah, I was able to kind of take pictures of you and make content from you working with the cups. And I think it also is so cool that at 13, you have a corporation with like a brilliant scientific technology that's going like really shape how people interact with food. And at this age, you're already kind of building that sort of relationship, right? Yeah, it's a really cool resource.
hmm
Awesome.
More questions, son?
I don't have any more questions. Are we ready for the closing?
It's on y'all, brother.
Yes. So we're going to let people know how they can continue to get in contact with us and where to follow us, and also plug in the website where a lot of our content is, which will be in the stream chat.
Right, I'm gonna put many links in the chat as possible. That's what I'm doing now. Y'all excuse me if y'all see me looking down or whatnot. I'm trying to send out the links and send out the info for everything right now.
Awesome. So Remy can close us out soon.
Yeah. Right now?
Whatever you want to do.
I want to thank everyone for their support of the ITTS Foundation. I look forward to sharing more updates from my garden. Follow us to learn more about the ITTS. Hold on. Follow us to learn more about how ITTS is building peaceful communities, one person, one conversation, one stranger at a time. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you much. Peace.
Yes. Make sure you guys follow us.
Follow us at itts.org. italktostrangers.org. I'm sorry. Remy's Garden. Give Butter. That's the donation link. Greatest gratitude for the support. Great job, son. Excellent.
Thank
Yeah.
Fatu, I appreciate you.
Of course.
Brother
It's been
Lawrence.
a wonderful experience.
Greatest gratitude to Brother Lawrence. Let us use the studio today. Brother Robbie, salute to you, brother. Keep pushing positive, man. Always.
Yes. Bring you love to Kenya.
Got a call in? Cool.
Oh, we have a call in.
That's probably right.
Yes, hello. Greetings, brother.
Blessed day, Brother Robbie.
Blessed day, blessed day. Hope everybody's doing well.
All good.
Yes. Do you have any questions for us?
I do. First off, I'm listening, and I want to say you guys sound amazing, and congratulations to you, Remy, Fatu, and Kim on a wonderful initiative and partnership. Seeing strangers come together doing beautiful things is very inspiring. So I definitely want to say thank you to all of you. My question for each of you: how do you guys see this show, this message, and this garden as changing the world?
One more time.
How do we see this garden?
How do you guys see this garden, this message, and your work as something that can change the world?
I mean, the place that you're at right now speaks for itself because you're already in Kenya teaching.
Yes, sir.
So,
Say it again. Say it loud. You said it, son. It speaks for itself, brother Robbie. He said, "You already in Kenya. You already changing the world." He said, "Brother, we already changing the world. How? From the home first."
Beautiful, beautiful. And Fatu, how do you feel that this message, project, and partnership will
I think that what really underlies a lot of the work that we've done in the garden is the community building and the conversations that we're able to have with one another. I think, like, as Remy said, one person, one conversation at a time, we're slowly building people and inviting them to this very warm and welcoming space. And I think that's how you get from Atlanta, Georgia, you get from Florida to Kenya, and you get people who want you in Kenya.
Indeed.
Where you get a warm welcome in Kenya because you're there not just giving people resources, but you're helping them think and see the world through your perspective and you're understanding their perspective. So you're building these bridges. I think we're changing the world one bridge at a time.
Indeed.
right.
Home first. Man in the mirror first.
Beautiful. Thank you guys again for all of your hard work and continue to stay positive and inspiring for the world. You guys are all great.
Blessings, brother.
Peace and blessings.
Did we get another comment?
Yeah.
Yeah. No? Yes?
Yeah, we did. It wasn't a question, though.
Awesome.
Oh, another comment. Got you. All good. Yep, we all good. Wrap it up. Bless. Yeah, when you yeah, my question, when you plan on leaving, what's your plans from now on?
Yeah, so I'm only here for 2 more weeks and then I'm going back to school. But we do plan to have reoccurring podcasts. So Remy will be on the air again talking about his journey and his process and what he's doing. Do you want to talk a bit about that? How you're feeling?
No, not really.
Well, it's something that they can look forward to for sure. Us coming back and having more conversations about this.
Yes.
And creating more spaces where people can listen and join in.
Right.
Spread the word.
For sure. I mean, I know I'll be tuning in from California. So please make sure that you're out here continuing the work and continuing to kind of broadcast and create content, you know, because that's become so important in the digital age. Yeah, it's been so important in the digital age. So this is our main mean of communication at this point, especially when you're reaching people internationally.
Right.
Close.
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much. Peace.
Again, blessings.